Hey everybody, this is Warboss Fitz, and today we are talking about Titans, the big stompy boys with the bigger guns. And also we're going to shout out one of the 3D makers this week, Scoutsifer. You make some really cool diesel punk inspired mechs. I was cruising around on my mini factory and I saw some of his stuff pop up, and I thought if I was going to start all over again with the Titan Lords, it would definitely be with this guy's stuff. You'll see in the pictures as we go through. It's really cool looking, and I love diesel punk, especially as an orc player. Everything just looks right. And even the ones that I did end up making, I have them themed on Iron Harvest, which is a diesel punk inspired setting. So if you want to look at some cool models, if anything that I post up here tickles your fancy, go check them out on my mini factory. Even though they are an army unto themselves in Grimdark future, I have a feeling this army is meant to be allied out and mixed in with other armies, because on their own it feels like the whole army is just missing something, but we'll go through it. So let's go ahead and start with the special rules. Now, as you can see on the screen, the only special rules they have are the different Havoc symbols, because you can run these as regular Titans or you can run them as Havoc Titans, and the only way to really differentiate is to choose a symbol. So let's go through the symbols. Symbol of change: once per game before attacking, roll X dice for each 2+. One enemy unit within 12 takes 3 hits with warp. Symbol of lust: once per game before attacking, roll X dice for each 2+. 2 enemy units within 12 take 3 hits each. Symbol of plague: once per game before attacking, roll X dice for each 2+. 1 enemy unit within 12 takes 3 hits with poison. Symbol of war: once per game before attacking, roll X dice for each 2+. 1 enemy unit within 12 takes 3 hits with AP 1. Now for each of these special rules where it says roll X dice, that X is going to be equal to the strength of the symbol, which is going to be different on the different size Titans. So because I cut it off of all the pages to make it simple for everybody, these are going to be the symbol cost for the small Titans. Everything that's going to be under 800 points, this is what you're going to pay for your different symbols, and the symbols are only strength 1. They're all 10 points except for the symbol of lust, which is going to be 15. And this is going to be for all of the big boys once we get to the high point values. You can see they're all strength 2, 15, 15, 20, and 30 points, respectfully. This is only if you want to theme your Titans to Havoc, where it's a once per game thing. Very situational, and compared to all the weapons that the Titans are rocking, very underpowered when it comes to everything else they're carrying. So take it or not, if you got extra points left over, and with the way that the units are pointed, you're gonna have an odd block of points left. If you're aiming for like a set point value like 2,000 points, it's gonna be hard to hit that number. So with that out of the way, let's move on to some Titans. We are going to start on the Errant Mini Titan. 360 points, quality 3, defensive 2, 4 attacks with stomp at AP 1. He comes starting with 2 mini Titan hammers, 2 attacks apiece at AP 1, blast 3, fear 2, fearless, and toughness 12. The photo I have up here is one of Scoutsifer's mechs, kind of showing all the options that comes with that one in particular, just to show that most of his stuff does come with melee attachments that you can just choose to use instead of the guns. So for this one, I couldn't find any of his production photos that had 2 melee weapons equipped, just to show you that it is an option whenever you pick this guy's stuff up. So for options, you can replace the mini hammers with chainsaws, swords, flails, claws, or fists, and some of these are very respectable for what they are. The mini fist, just starting off with AP 4, 6 attacks at AP 4, you take 2 of those, it's going to be 12 attacks at AP 4. It is the most expensive option, but might be worth it, because whatever you touch in close combat, it's going to pretty much melt in front of it. The claw, again, 6 attacks for each claw, AP 1 and reliable, so it's hitting on a 2, but it's only AP 1. And with a quality of 3, I'd pay the 5 extra points, go right for the fist. The flail, 6 attacks each with rending and reliable, hitting on a 2 with rending. And throwing that many dice, you are going to have some rending hits. Plus, the rending negates the regeneration if your enemy has it. So again, pretty respectable choice there. The Mini Titan Sword, 6 attacks, AP 1 and rending. Again, you are negating the regeneration with the rending. Where this is only AP1, it's only a 20-point upgrade. So again, respectable if that's what you want to go for. And the chainsaw, only 2 attacks each with AP2, but deadly 3. This is going to be going for the stuff that you don't quite need the AP4 for, but it has multiple toughness. Things like heavier infantry that have like a save of a 4, or some lighter vehicles. And then for guns, you can give it a top fuser, a top machine gun, or a top launcher. The top launcher, I think, is kind of a lost item here. Just with the indirect, either A, you're not going to be hiding this guy to use the indirect because you're going to be out there trying to get into close combat with something. Or the models themselves are pretty tall, so you're probably going to have a line of sight on whatever you want to shoot at. So if you want to go real heavy hunting, put on the fuser. For everything else, throw on a machine gun. And then you have the option to give it regeneration if you want to make it that much more survivable. Next unit we come to is a Pilgrim Mini Titan for 445 points, quality 3, defensive 2, 4 attacks, AP1 with a stomp. It's carrying 1 Mini Titan hammer, 2 attacks, AP1 with blast 3. And it comes equipped with a fusion blaster, 24 inches, 1-shot, AP4, deadly 6, fear 2, fearless, relentless, and toughness 12. So this guy's only carrying 1 close combat weapon. You can switch that out for any of the close combat weapons we talked about with the last Mini Titan. You can also equip it with a top weapon, just like the last Mini Titan, or the power shield for regeneration. But where this one's different is it comes with a gun, a big gun. You can swap out the fusion blaster with a Gatling cannon or a Hell autocannon. Now these all seem to serve distinct different purposes. The fusion blaster is going to be for your heavy vehicle hunting. It's going to be able to go through. 1 shot from this will pop an APC. It'll pop a lighter vehicle. The Gatling cannon is if you are fighting hordes of stuff, 6 shots at AP1 rending from 30 inches away. And the Hell autocannon just seems to be a nice in between the two of them with 6 shots at AP2, but it does have the longest range at 36 inches. If you want to have a total standoff army with your knight, you can set this guy in the back and you can pretty much reach wherever the combat is going to be. For an all-around pick for Mini Titan, I would choose this guy. We've had all melee, we've had gun and melee. Now let's do all gun. The Yeoman Mini Titan, 505 points, quality 3, defensive 2. Has a stomp, 4 attacks, AP1. He comes equipped with 2 fusion blasters, 24 inches, 1 shot apiece, AP4 and deadly 6, fear 2, fearless, and toughness 12. He has all the options for the different guns, the different top weapon, or taking the shields like the other Mini Titans have had. So there's no point in going over them again. This is going to be if you want a fire support Mini Titan, this is your guy. This is your go-to guy. 2 Hell autocannons sitting in the back just going bop, 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 bop. 12 shots at AP2. Gatling cannon walking forward and mowing down troops. Or the 2 fusion blasters with a combined deadly 12 that's able to pop battle tanks, even able to pop other Mini Titans, and will put a mass amount of hurt on the enemy's heaviest stuff. Now we're into the big boys. Quester Titan, 820 points, quality 3, defensive 2. 8 attacks with his stomp at AP2. Comes equipped with 2 Titan hammers, 3 attacks apiece at AP1 and blast 3, and a hull fuser, 12 inches, 1 shot, AP4, deadly 3, fear of 4, fearless, and tough 24. Now we moved up to the big boy weapons. You can replace any of the hammers with a chainsaw, sword, fist, flail, or claw. And some of these numbers get truly ridiculous. Like we'll start at the bottom. Give him 2 Titan Claws. That would be 24 attacks at AP1 and reliable. This will shred, absolutely shred, anything that is not in the heaviest armor possible. Because it's going to hit on a 2 with 24 attacks at AP1. Oh, good lord. It's 160 points to do it, but if you're fighting against someone who comes at you with hordes of stuff, oh, just the destruction this would cause. And even moving up, the Titan Flail, giving it rending, reliable, and still with 24 attacks, if you take 2 of them, you're hitting on 2s, and you're going to get 6s. So some of those, even if they are in heavy armor, it's just going to go right through. Then Titan Fists, I'm just going to double it when I say the numbers, because, hell, why not? 18 attacks at AP4. The Titan Sword, 18 attacks at AP1 with rending, or just wow. And then there's the Titan Chainsaw, 6 attacks with 2 of them, with AP2 and Deadly 3. The potential in one turn just to nail something for Deadly 18. Just wow. I'm in awe of these close combat weapons. And you can, let's move on. I'm drooling, let's move on. You can replace the hull fuser with a hull machine gun. Again, depends on what you're taking on. But with this thing being a close combat monster, I wouldn't even, don't even worry about the gun. You're probably never going to use it. You're never going to use it. You're just going to charge in and chop people up. You can give it a rocket, a missile, or an anti-air rack on the top. Again, the rocket's the same thing that we had going on with the Mini Titans. It's blast 3 and indirect. I'm not too enthusiastic about that. Even with them, just with all these in general, on this guy, I wouldn't worry about him because, again, he is moving to close combat. It is his one goal in life, to go and ruin somebody's day. I gotta find a way to put this in an orc army. Okay, moving on. And then we come to the Night Titan. 1,005 points. Quality 3, defensive 2, 8 attacks with stomp at AP2. Comes equipped with a hammer. 3 attacks at AP1, blast 3. Has a hull fuser. 1 shot, 12 inches, AP4 with deadly 3. And then he's rocking a big gun, the Titan Gatling Cannon. 9 shots at 30 inches, AP1 and rending. With a heavy flamer strapped to the side, 12 inches, 1 shot, AP1, blast 3 and reliable. Fear 4, fearless, relentless, and toughness 24. So this is a middle of the pack Night Titan, because it has 1 close combat weapon and 1 shooting weapon. The close combat weapons we've already gone over. Let's go ahead and get right to the guns. You replace the Gatling Cannon and Heavy Flamer with a Plasma Cannon, Laser Cannon, Battle Cannon with a Heavy Machine Gun, a Fusion Cannon, or a Pulse Laser. Now, all of these weapons are designed to ruin someone's day from across the board. One thing to point out is this Titan does have Relentless. None of the other Titans have Relentless. This is a Titan that can get really spiky with his shooting. Let's start off with a Plasma Cannon, 30 inches, 3 shots, blast 3, AP4. Whenever your enemy has a group of heavy infantry stacked together, this will ruin their day. You're looking at an average of 2 hits, potentially 3 with Relentless going off. Doesn't matter if your enemy's in cover with AP4, you're just going to rip right through it. On to the Laser Cannon, 36 inches, 3 shots at AP3 with deadly 3. This is going to be something that will terrorize light vehicles and any individual characters they have walking around. This will just delete most of them. Next is the Battle Cannon with a Heavy Machine Gun. Battle Cannon, 3 shots, blast 3 with AP2. Kind of the same idea as the Plasma Cannon, but only AP2 instead of AP4. So it's not going to be for stuff that's that heavily armored, but even then, AP2, even the enemy's heaviest infantry, they're going to be searching for 5s and 6s to defend against it. The Heavy Machine Gun would be just kind of a add-on to it. Just an extra 3 shots to put down range. Why not? The Fusion Cannon, 2 shots, AP4 at deadly 6. This is a heavy vehicle day ruiner. That's pretty much all there is to say about that. AP4 with deadly 6. It's going to be able to outright kill light vehicles. And heavy vehicles, it has the possibility of really, really hurting them. And then there's a Pulse Laser. 9 shots at AP3. Kind of an in-betweener. You get a lot more shots, so if you're standing still, you're going to be able to fish for more relentless hits. And AP3, you're going to be going through all but the heaviest of armor. And I forgot to talk about the Titan Gatling Cannon. 9 shots, AP1 with rending, with a heavy flamer, 12-inch, 1 attack, AP1, blast 3, reliable. This is the in-between of everything. You got some horde killing with 9 shots, 1 AP. The ability to just blanket somebody in hits, fishing for them to fail armor saves. And with 9 shots, you're going to get probably 2 rending hits. You can replace the hull fuser with a hull machine gun. I'd say give it a hull machine gun just to add to the amount of lead this thing's putting downfield. And this one does have a second page, just so I can show you some more cool models here. The only thing I cut off from before was the top rocket missile or anti-air. And for this guy, with his Relentless and the gun wanting him to stay back anyways, this would be one that I would put one of these options on. Again, I wouldn't worry about indirect unless you're going to fire at a completely separate target that's trying to hide. That would really be the only reason I would see to use an indirect weapon on this. The top missile, 36-inch, one-shot AP2 with deadly 3. Seems to be a good accompaniment to the Titan laser or even the battle cannon. Just throwing some more deadly on it. And then the anti-air, 3 shots at AP1 with locked on at 36 inches. Seems awful pricey at 75 points. But if you run into a situation where you think that you're going to need lock on, sure, go for it. I mean, you're already spending 1,005 points on the base model anyways. What's another 75? Next, we're going to go on to a Titan that I like to call overkill. The Duke Titan. 1,140 points, quality 3, defensive 2, 8 attacks with his stomp at AP2. Comes equipped with a hull fuser, 2 of those Titan Gatling cannons, and 2 heavy flamers, Fear 4, Fearless, and Toughness 24. Now, he does not have a close combat weapon, but he has 2 of the ranged weapons, and this is why I call it overkill. Because imagine you put 2 Titan pulse lasers on this thing. It's 18 shots at AP3 at 30-inch range. Unless you're shooting into another super heavy enemy unit, you are just going to straight delete it halfway through your rolling. With the fusion cannon, it has the ability to put out 24 wounds. That scares even the biggest super heavies. The Titan battle cannon option, putting 6 blasts into a unit will ruin everyone's day in that general area. The Titan laser cannon putting in 6 shots at deadly 3. The enemy should have just left their light vehicles at home. And the plasma cannon putting out 6 blasts at AP4. That might be the funniest one on the list. Hiding in some terrain going, I'll be fine, and you just get hit with the concentrated power of a sun. With that many hits, I don't know what would be left standing. And you can replace the hull fuser with a hull machine gun. You can give it a rocket, a missile, or an anti-air launcher. I wouldn't worry about upgrading it with the top weapon because you've got enough DACA. You got enough DACA to begin with. And as far as splitting targets, remember you're only allowed to split to 2 separate targets. So if you want to take 2 separate guns and split those to 2 separate targets, then your top weapon would have to go into one of those, and it's probably already dead or having a horrible time already. Then we come to our last Titan, the King Titan. The Titanist of Titan. The King Heavy Titan. 1,300 points to start off with. Quality 3, defensive 2. 10 attacks with stomp at AP3. 2 Titan triple flamers, so it'll be 6 attacks at 18 inches with AP1, blast 3, and reliable. Comes with twin hull fusers, 2 shots, 12 inches, AP4, deadly 3. And twin shoulder cannons, 2 shots, AP1, blast 3 at 24 inches. Fear 4, Fearless, and Toughness 30. If the last one was overkill, this one, there's no word for this one. This is pure insanity. So let's go over the options. You can replace the triple flamers with a harpoon cannon, a volcano cannon, or a plasma battle cannon. I think it's funny that the plasma battle cannon is the most expensive on this list, considering with the other Titans, you get points back if you take it. But we already talked about that. Let's talk about this volcano cannon. 3 shots at AP3, deadly 3. That's going to put a hurt on a lot of stuff. That's going to be definitely for killing light, medium vehicles, heavier infantry. Look at the job done there. And then we look at the beast that is the harpoon cannon. Only 18-inch range. 1 shot, AP4, deadly 9. You ever want the ability to just take a walker and split it in half in 1 shot? Like I said, this is insanity. Moving on, you can replace any of the twin shoulder cannons with twin shoulder missiles. 24 inches, 2 shots, AP3 with deadly 3. Add this in with any of the other weapons, and it is going to ruin the day of any vehicle that you run across. You can upgrade it with an additional top cannon or top missile, and you have the option to give it shields for regeneration for 160 points. Just base, this thing is going to be a terror on the board. It's going to be a infantry, I wouldn't even say killer, it's going to be an infantry genocider. It comes off the line with 10 blasts at AP1. You can add in another top cannon to make it 11 blasts. Why not? And then even in close combat, has 10 attacks with AP3. This is nuts. This is nuts. This is why you paid 1,300 points to start off with. This is one of those units that you would see as like the final boss fight of a campaign. But that brings us to the end of all of the Titans. So, with the idea of insanity, I've changed up the formula for this particular battle report. So just sit back and watch the carnage. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are here to witness the titanic clash of metal, the smashing of scrap heaps, the buzzsaw beatdown, the rusted and busted demolition derby. In one corner, standing at 35 feet tall, with a collective weight of 937 tons, the awe-inspiring, terrifying Titan Lords. And in the opposite corner, with a current weight of 785 tons, until something else falls off, the rusted and busted, the junkyard dogs, the Junker Boys. Now tonight's match will be for 12 rounds or until submission. Audience members in the front row, be aware that parts will go flying. The ringside nets won't catch everything. Pilots and drivers, are you ready? Let's get ready to crumble! And we have our first Titan to go down. 15 rockets to the face. Is that even legal? So far, we have one Titan down, but I suspect the ripping and the tearing will begin shortly. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! He ripped him in half! clash of metal in the middle. They're just standing up, beating each other. This is a street fight. He's dead. He's killed him. He's dead. Whew, I don't know what he was thinking there. Here comes all the baby boys. My God, that man didn't stand a chance. With the way they're attacking tonight, are we sure these aren't possessed? We're going to need to check them for PEDs, Performance Enhancing DACA. You can feel the rumble from all the firepower. Whose music is that? It's the Lancer entering from the back, a late arrival to the scene. It's not because War Boss Fitz forgot him on the painting table. No, he's here for vengeance. Why's he gotta be picking on them little guys? I don't even think they knew what universe they was in. The orc's whole left side is gone. Oh my God! Oh my God, it's too much! It's too much, DACA! Yes! Revenge for the little guys! No, Scooter, get out of there! Jump, Scooter, jump! Well, we wanted destruction, and by God, we're getting it. Oh, Lord, he coming. just dogpiling on them. Scooter better watch himself out there. He's gonna get stepped on. Death, I see nothing but death and destruction. Pow! Right in the kisser. Well, that didn't even slow him down. It looks like we're coming down to the wire.
That's it. We're going to teach these guys what for. Fire up Stacy.
There's fire and parts landing in the crowd. It appears that Scooter's run off the board, yelling about Stacy, whoever that is. Kind of a weird time to be looking for your lady. It just blew him in half. That man had a family. Oh, Lord. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God! Well, that is it, everybody. The Titan Lords are victorious. They made their way through the demolition derby tonight, smashing their way through all their opponents, and oh God, what is that?
Hello, boys. I'm back.
He can't do that. He can't do that. It's against the rules. That concludes our show for tonight, everybody. Remember to grab yourself a piece of steaming junk off of the field for a souvenir. And if you find any bloody driver's parts, take them down to the concession stand and they'll fry them up for you. On behalf of the Thunderdome Arena, good night and God bless. Thank you for indulging me in my stupidity, everybody. This spectacle of a game did happen because I did play the 2,000-point game of the Titan Lords versus the War Disciples, and it just did not feel as fun as it should have been. So I decided to come up with a little something for everybody. So that does it for this week. There was no poll this week because I have a few armies that I just want to get out there that just haven't had the luck I thought they were going to have on the voting. So next week, we are going to do the War Disciples again in an actual game this time versus the Machine Cult. So next week, it will be how to play Machine Cult. As far as final verdict on the Titan Lords, they are a fun army to have as allies into your force to shore up what you need if you need a big stompy robot. For on their own, they're just lacking so much. If you got a couple, throw them in the list that you already have. So that'll do it for us here in the garage, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.